Hello everyone and welcome to channel Duello. This is Jarl Excel and in this Gwent deck guide I'm going to be featuring Skellige faction once again. And this season Skellige has many options, which is really good, but none of them are particularly tier 1. But all of them are playable in my opinion. Even the, let's say, the Alchemy version works really well. But I'm going to go with the Witcher's version, which is using Reckless Flurry, leader ability. Well, the Witcher decks were kinda using the other Patricidal Fury leader ability because the leader kinda really work well with Bear Witcher Mentor, but I'm not a fan of that card, so instead I'm going with the artifact plus control version of Skellige Reckless Flurry with a bit of Witcher added. Well, this deck wasn't that strong the past seasons, but there are a few cards that have been buffed. So one of the reasons for using these is Trial of the Grasses, which has been buffed. It sets the unit's power to 12. If it's not a Witcher, damage it by 6 first. So you have to play this on your own Witcher. But rarely you can use it offensively and, kill one of the opponent's units. But I mean, you usually want to play them on a Witcher. And this deck isn't running that, let's say, Witcher Swarm thing. It's a control, like all of the Witchers are being used for control purposes. But you can produce some, let's say, small Witchers, like with armor up, raid card, damage card. You can reduce a Witcher student, and then you can play your Trial of the Grasses on that, and all of a sudden you get an 11 or 10 boost. There is also Geralt Gwen. You can play Trial of the Grasses on him, so don't forget about that. So those are your two main Trial of Grasses targets. There is also Bearification, and with an artifact theme deck, this is even better because there are a lot of artifacts you can transform. Megascope is one of them. It's really good. After it summons the unit, you can transform Megascope into the bear. 10-point play out of a 6 provision card. Same here, Trial of the Grasses. 6 provision, 10 or 11 play. So these are all really good value cards. The deck has a lot of point slam cards actually. And it can keep up with any deck. But most of the games are close. So it's best to play this deck on red coin, by the way. It doesn't perform really great on blue coin. Well, not that, but I mean some, let's say, other decks really perform well on red coin. That's why, I mean, you kind of lose, like, really hard to beat blind pockets with this deck when you're on blue coin. You gotta somehow win an even and, win the game. Other than that, it's really difficult. Well, those are the two cards. Anyway, what about the artifact cards? Well, we have Portal, one of the reasons to, use this deck. And with Portal, what can you do? Well, you can summon the Bear Witcher Adepts. Those are your only 4 provision units. And other than those artifacts, we have Swollblood Totem, which has been a standard for Skellige. And also Henkedush, the best location in the game probably. And as I said, double Megascope. So those are all your verification targets. And we also have Avalast Sage. I mean, if you're missing one of these artifacts, which are all of them are really good value cards, but your main target is Portal. Portal is really crucial. You shouldn't miss that, and you should be careful about the Mulligan's face. You don't want to brick the Bear Witcher Adapts. Okay, let's continue. We have a single heat wave for control purposes, and also we have the double gutting slash combined with the leader. This can kill a lot of units, surprisingly. And we have double Bear Witchers, but you gotta play them on Adrenaline 4 or less, so there I wouldn't call them control cards. And other than that, we have Girds. If there are a lot of units on the same row, this is gonna again provide a lot of value. We also have Junot, with this leader, you can have a damage unit, so Junot can take care of that. That's really good. And we have Axie for purifying and resetting. So, and with Gwen, you can look for tutor one of these Witchers, Axie, Junot, Gert, Bear Witcher. Those are your Axie targets. I was actually running the vanilla Geralt, but sometimes he could be really a bad card. Instead, I'm going for another value card in Avala. And Avala's weather effects really helps with your leader as well. I mean, your guiding slashes or your bear witchers could find good value if you can somehow manage the weather effects and hit the units that you're targeting. So that's why I really like him. So it's like Evola and Witchers meet up in this deck because I'm running Sage as well. And I guess that's it. That's the deck. We also have a Maxi, to take a look at our deck and see what we're drawing into. Especially you want Bear Witcher at the bottom of the deck. And sometimes Bear Witcher adapts. If you still haven't drawn your portal, you don't want to break them. So Maxi is really useful in the 5 provision slot, and Raging Bear is a great proactive card as your first turn plays. He's really good. And that's the deck. You also need to be careful about proactive and reactive plays because there aren't a lot of proactive cards in this deck. So suppose you have Maxi and double Raging Bear. I mean, you should always keep in mind that you can use them in the next round. So sometimes, I mean, even those cards could be as good as gold cards. Okay, so that's the deck. I'm going to show you a couple of games that I played before shooting this video. Hope you like them and see you at the end of the video. Bye-bye. Okay, playing against Nilfgaard and on blue coin. Our mulligan choices are kinda obvious. I don't have access to portal. I'm starting first. Raging Bear. The two of them aren't really good. But I mean, having Bear Witcher on hand, I'm not so sure about that. I think I'm gonna get rid of the other Raging Bear because I don't see a second. This is just as good as it as bad as it gets. Are you kidding me? With this hand, it's really hard to push and try to get round control. I'm not sure, and if the opponent, even drew double blade makers, I could lose an even here. It's that bad. I mean, I have unplayable cards. Like one of the Bear Witchers is untouchable. Phenomenal, just as a target. It would be nice if I had Junot here, although I couldn't get him with Quen. Because I mean, Junot in the final round is pretty bad against Nilfgaard. So maybe I will do that actually. But let's just hold on to that for now. And play Maxi here and take a look at our situation. I'm gonna be missing Axie. I could draw Junot. I'm not sure if I can thin that deep. Not Axie. Axie is kind of an important card here though. I'm just gonna shuffle this. Hopefully I don't regret it. Because that was a risk. Another Assimilate engine. Okay, my hand is really bad here. And 10 plus even more heat wave target isn't that bad, I guess. So traded Vigo with heat wave isn't a great trade. Unfortunately, we're not seeing Blade Makers yet. But I'm pretty sure if the opponent had them, he would have played already. We could see a Parathons maybe. And another Raging Bear. The opponent is thinking a lot. I think his hand is too good. If that's the case, I think it's better for me. He can't pass obviously, he has 8 cards. Okay, Mage Torture. Gotta use my leader here. And kill the Torture. Okay, another Assimilate engine gone, but there are a lot of them. 2 best Assimilate engines are still in the deck or in the hand, which are Radons and Terranova. And Terranova already found a great target. No, actually, he didn't, right? Because this doesn't count. No. Torture did it. Okay, opponent is playing Vincent's version. That's a big commitment, so I'm gonna use my Junot here. Because as I said, Junot isn't great in the final round. The opponent can lock him and then coup de grace him. If he does that this round, that's totally fine. But as I suspect, his hand is too good. And this is my final chance to play Gerd here. Because after this turn, he's gonna be playing for only 7 points. At the same time, I mean, as you see, there are no units around, so this is gonna be at best 8 or 9 points. Opponent is taking his time. This is probably Braden's. No, it's fur card. Fur card into what? Stat. Okay. That is quite bad. But preventing me from killing it. You're gonna play Guard here. The round control is extremely important, so this pretty much guarantees it. At the same time, I mean, I could play Trial of Grasses onto Gwen here. Otherwise, I won't have a better target. So I'm gonna do that. Vincent is out already, so he can't kill that with status thing. Unless the opponent is playing something like Leo Bonhart. So Gerd is untouchable right now. And hopefully I draw my portal next round. So that I can bleed the opponent. Great news. Now I don't have to worry about Bear Witchers because Gwen is out. But I could worry about breaking the portal, so I'm gonna play first this one, the portal, and then we'll see. The same problem with Gert. I have 2 rounds to play him. That's probably not gonna happen, so I'm just gonna play him for 8 or something like that. Gonna play Portal first and then Gert. This is a bad invocation target. Why would you do that? Nilfgaard has a lot of good cool targets in my list. Am I playing against Shimiri? Well, since this won't find any value anytime soon, I'm gonna use this. Actually use flurry first. Why did I do that? Because I'm planning to kill her with Bear Witcher. I assume that's gonna be boosted by 1 due to Assimilate value, like soon. Okay, I can't do it anymore. Not really, actually. I still have the leader. And well, this is looking pretty good. Actually, I should have played Kadush. I kind of rushed into playing that. So I'll probably play 2 of these. Why did he lock that? That's why. Okay. I could actually purify this, but one still didn't play Joachim. I kind of what? Okay. Let's just kill Terranova. 12 point isn't that little. I don't think the opponent can make those points with only single card. No leader remaining. That's quite bad. I mean, do I go for Axie here? Axie will play for 8, which is gonna put me at 27. Or just pass. 8 points isn't hard to do as well. The opponent already played coup de grace, so I'm gonna just purify this. I don't think he has Joachim. And hope we don't regret this decision. But I doubt he has enough points. Bribery is not gonna play for much. Best he can pull is Junot into the Spare Witcher, and he did. What a joke. I mean, screw this bribery card, by the way. I don't like the games being determined by RNG. 13-point bribery, okay. Without Assimilate engine. And that's what? Bradens? I think he would have played it if he didn't have it. Okay, go through Gwent will be enough for him, obviously. So I just lose this game. Great draws. Well, Sage is pretty good actually. My only concern is getting Slash here. If he finds Joachim, he wins the game. And with Contrella, he can put a good stuff at the top of my deck, probably Heatwave. But I don't have tall units. Yeah, there is Joachim. And he has the second coup de grace. Uh-oh. That's on Frost. Unlucky. Yeah, that's the state of Nilfgaard nowadays. I might still lose though. If it's Contrella. Because I only have Guiding Slash left. Why wouldn't you play Blightmaker first? Okay, we win. I think opponent misplayed here. Just got too greedy. He should have definitely played the Blightmaker first. He didn't just want to play it onto the empty board, I guess. But I think that's just greed. So he got punished for that. Playing against Nilfgaard, for some reason I keep getting the bad coin. I'm gonna keep this though. Somewhat playable. This is tactical decision, so it's almost always Hyperthin. And my MMR isn't low, so I'm not facing clog or kill bullshit. I'm just gonna Keep copying my stuff. Raging Bears. Because that's gonna put a lot of points on the boards. And then I can bleed with Portal. Although the opponent isn't struggling to find points. Okay, one more. Bears versus tortoises. Okay, definitely that deck. Okay, this is pretty good. I don't need to shuffle this. Bronzes are at the bottom. Just gotta be careful about Avala. Stage. I gotta draw Kadoosh or Totem. Okay, so I'm not sure about this. All of a sudden, why play this? I can't do this because I accidentally filled my row, melee row. I mean, I could go for Juno here. I'm not happy with this, but I have to do it. So I had to spend a good card against pretty much he played nothing. Okay, let's start the bleed. And hopefully we can somehow spoil his Hyperthin plans. Can I move that with something? I don't think I can. I can go for Avala here. That's smart. But I'm gonna shave that shield from you. Okay, opponent is persistent on not playing the leader and what? Ah, okay, I get it. Sure. I'm gonna axie that. Or Sunset is also a great target for that, actually. Well, obviously that's gonna come out. I am gonna get the leader out of you, no matter what. Okay. Okay, so what did we do? Okay, there's another Witcher. That's great news. I'm gonna use that. Do I need to use the leader here? I mean, the Kadoosh. I should have, I guess. There is the Sunset Wonder. Still no leader. Okay then. Finally, Snowdrop. I am facing a very greedy opponent here. For sure. Okay, so what are the last two cards? Let's see them. And I should definitely use my leader here. Well, good job of maintaining. Yeah, we got Heat Wave and non-interactive card. And that's really valuable. I'm gonna... I mean, he needs to play Triss, right? Verification could be useful here. Well, so Triss will kill Fnatic. Instead, we're getting that, okay. So let's Heat Wave that, and he loses. He doesn't play. Well, the bleed was efficient, definitely.